Greetings, traveler.
We got ourselves a Beast, Demon, Dragon, Naga, Undead game. Sylvanas is generally what I would take here. XQN opening up tests as well. Beasts without Ellie, no Relic. Yeah, it takes a test. Wow. I guess there's more time warps. That's true. If you get an early time warp, Tess is broken here. Okay, that's smart. He's adjusting on the anomaly. Now, you don't always get a payoff here because you might get like a turn, 12 or something time warp. I actually don't know what the parameters are, like what the boundaries are, like what's the latest possible that could get offered. But if you get a very early time warp, then everybody has time warps on their board and you can just steal every turn, which is great. The earlier the better. Beast Undead, so probably not bad to play for a Nuzao. Nuzao also counters Stun Drake, counters Undead stuff, yeah, I really like the idea of trying to make a Nuzao here. No pirates though, so it's a little harder to pump that economy and get the money for the for like Nala or something to buff. Not happy with this shop. It's a bit awkward. You can see that he's just like playing around with the minions. He's like yeah. I mean, there's the rooster with the 2/5, so like there's a little bit, but we're not like freezing. Like we're not freezing this. So 3-on-3 or double buy 3-on-3. Okay, not something you love doing with Tess. We are fighting N'Zoth, so we could steal the fish here. But that is also super awkward because then you have 2 gold left. So it's a bit too early to get a great Tess hero power. Let's see. No time warp. Ooh, but that's decent. I guess you just take the 3 drops here. And then if you find another dragon, that's fine. If you find some undead stuff, that's fine. Yeah. Even though there's no synergy yet, it just opens it up. That makes a lot of sense. There's a dragon, but we're not stealing that. That doesn't really make sense either. Forest Rover with a kill. Great shop, though. There's definitely stuff we can do here. Thinker is good. I would honestly not hate just Thinker and an 8/8. Just put the 8/8 in the back so it doesn't kill our tokens. But he's going to roll. Finds an Orca, so it does get rewarded. Hooktail, not bad either, because it is a dragon, but goes with Orca. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, cool. So an 8/8 on the board, not bad. Orca better, but it is getting one shot, so not that good here. An 8/8 would have been better, but generally speaking, Orca is better. It's hard to one-shot it. Man, we are taking some damage here. There is a Thinker pair, but going 3-on-3, we probably just want to level and buy this turn, because that's a clean 8 gold spent. Man, if we had that Hooktail, we'd be pretty happy. Man, okay, he has played with Sapper quite a bit before, I think, because that was a very, very fast pick. He has the +2, +6 for the Orca, which is fantastic. He has that in his hand. He could technically just buy another one from the shop, and then he gets strong and he's not losing. The Lurker is an option, but like it's awkward for this turn because you want to buff the Orca. A little weird. I'm curious to see what he wants to do here. So the opponent also levels to 4. I don't think he wants to go for a hero power on that Thinker pair. That looks awkward. Yeah. This is really strong. Oh, he does go for it. Wow, that is surprising. That's very surprising. He's willing to stay on tier 3 for that Thinker pair. Because he was going to get pretty strong with that Orca getting buffed. Ooh, okay. That's a Burrower. And Tess says, nice Burrower. You mean our Burrower, right? So if XQN wants, he can just take that right now. There's also a Henchman, which he could take. If you're stealing anyway, then I mean, maybe. It depends a bit on your gold next turn, right? For Burrower, he has Handless on the board. Because that is a really big thing you want to look at when when an early Burrower presents itself. Can I use tokens to get more value there? So depending on what he triples into here. Ooh, double Burrower. Yeah, I think so, right? Like take Burrower, hero power, double sell, and then maybe triple it later on, either in the shop or from the guy that has Burrower. It's like a decent direction. The other one is to go spell power, like just a shiny ring per turn. I mean, dragons are very good with Burrower as well, by the way. I first learned this by playing against someone on the ladder who had a taunted Broodmother. and they use that to milk with the Burrower. So I guess one of the main challenges when you're playing Burrower is that you're too strong all of a sudden. First, you're really weak because the Burrower has nothing, and then you farm some with the Burrower, and then you have a Macaw, and you're like, okay, I have to start triggering the Burrower now, otherwise I'm losing too much. But now my beasts are too big and nothing is dying, and I'm no longer milking. So this is a super, super common problem that I see, and I had that myself as well. Now, when dragons are in, a great solution to that is you play Broodmother, because you probably already have a Titus anyway when you're pushing like a lot of stats. The Broodmother, even like if you have 2 board spaces, it's even better, because then you spawn 2 hatchlings, but then the hatchlings already spawn another one, and then with Titus another one. So you actually milk so much if you play Burrower in a dragon lobby. That's like a very, very specific thing that you just have to know. So that's why I love sharing those little things, because then you can just use your Macaw on the Burrower. You can be strong, win your fights, and still get your milk. Now he's considering, do I have to go for a level, or do I just want to gain some power here? Play the Tiger Shark, discover, maybe get a Macaw. I have a Fellhorn that I could use to trigger this Orca. Yeah, beetles also help you with more milk, so that's fine. Double Fellhorn, good triple Fellhorn here. No, that would have been cool, triple Fellhorn out of nowhere. Because then you get a lot of buffs with this Orca too. He's thinking what he sells here. He's selling his spellcrafts, which hurts a lot. Yeah, I don't think you have to play Rampager. I think you just jam double Fellhorn and call it a day. What am I watching? I'm watching XQN. So this is an XQN game that I thought was really cool. So it'd be fun to watch. Wow. A turn 8 Poet Evoker Stuntrake board. It's not that strong yet because there's no tokens, no Titus. But still, that is impressive. That is very early. Having 2 Burrowers is also nice because then one can die to buff the other. And then you might win the fight still. Boom. Good buffs. And we're good. Yeah. Beautiful. Ooh. Cauldron sucks, yeah. I mean, why is he... It's Goldenizer or it's the... Yeah, frogs. I think he was just looking at it and complaining that he had... I don't have the sound on, right? But I would assume that he's just complaining like, why did the game put Goldrin in there? Why is it wasting a shop slot? Like, it has to be more along those lines. Okay, so he's going to 5. Well, I mean, you just take that now, right? Cheeky little golden. Double sell the Rampager, buy it. Sell your Fellhorns, sell the Rampager, golden the Let's go. Like, I'm down. I want to fast forward to see if he does that. Okay, he's doing it. He's doing it. Never mind. Oh, maybe he's still going Shimmer Moth, right? So he wants to keep the Fellhorn to open up Shimmer Moth. That would make sense. So he's like, he's hesitant to sell his Fellhorns because while the Burrowers are strong, he probably favors the Shimmer Moth here, but he doesn't get it. Probably the... Oh, he's just taken that for a beast, I guess. I would have taken a dragon for 2 spells then, I think, but sure. Yeah, I think the... I think that Golden Titus with the double Fellhorn, he's thinking, okay, if I get Shimmer Moth, I can just do Rylak. Our opponent also has a Titus that we could steal, but we don't really need it, right? Holy overflow, though. And damage cap is on 15, so we're gonna go below cap this turn. We got a lot of stats here, but holy overflow. This is turn 9, brother. I guess that's Chameleon, yeah. Okay, so we are gonna be on 13. Oh, wait, this is our extra time warp. Gets the armor, huge. I was like, wait, what? It's turn 10, what is this? But he gets the armor. We actually had a time warp tier list that we discussed earlier today. And armor was rated S tier, which absolutely makes sense. That is crazy good for XUN here to get that. Oh yeah, Chameleon. Wait, he can double go. Oh yeah. Of course, we can, of course, steal. Then there's a Macaw there too. I don't think we... Yeah, he's gonna sell the Fellhorns. But we have Reborn or Wind Fury Macaw. Wind Fury makes more sense with Burrower because you buff, and the Macaw buffs itself before it dies, so that's quite strong. I would say the main thing that he's missing now is that Broodmother, because he's gonna have double Golden Titus with that Chameleon, which is quite unreal. He's keeping the Handless because he needs to have something that continues to buff the Burrowers, right? Is this a very nice game? Interesting build. So I usually just browse peripherally, where I just like, okay, that looks like a very fun game. So almost always when I'm going to spectate someone for a game or that I'm reviewing, oh, there's a Broodmother. That's huge. I look for like fun things. I look for fun things. I look for things that I didn't know yet. I look for things that might be cool for the audience. I look for things that might, you know, just almost never happen. So that's generally it. And I try to keep a very good mix between watching some of the game to make sure that is like, and now we are going to watch someone play a game that has absolutely no, you know, there's nothing cool in there. That's not something I want to do, right? But okay, he's gonna copy the Broodmother actually. So definitely want Macaw on the Burrower now to not take damage, or to very likely not take damage, and then we want to get as much milk as possible. So going for the second Broodmother with Golden Titus probably makes more sense than another Titus in terms of pure just milking, right? And milk is just what we call getting value, right? Especially avenge stuff, right? That's milking. We're milking in the fight. We're trying to get as many procs on these Burrowers as possible. Positioning is slightly tricky. It's not too bad. You just have to make sure there is a Burrower before the Broodmothers. So if the Burrower becomes golden, it's a bit awkward because technically the Burrower needs to be before the Broodmother, so the Burrower could die into a poison or could die into like a big minion. And then no amount of Broodmother procs is going to be good because your Burrower is dead. So you do want to put it back a little bit. Okay, Golden Burrower, very nice, scales twice as fast. Yeah, so now he's, okay, he's instantly, so it looks like he's already sort of figured that out, how he wants to position it. He's like, okay, if I get that, I just put the Broodmothers before the Burrower, and then I have my Macaw there. I don't think I would be so fast with figuring that out. It's actually quite, he's quite comfortable putting that Macaw number 3 right now. Cell Reborn? Reborn Macaw, just in case. Yeah, he's looking like, do I want to keep this handless on my board or not? Keeping handless is not as good now because it's blocking hatchlings, and hatchlings are better. So I'd even rather play down a unit, I think, than to keep that handless. Because I think I mean, it's another taunt, it helps a bit, but the hatchlings are like so much better than the handless. Okay, he's gonna play down a unit. Okay, cool. So he does go for it here. So he has repositioned slightly. Keep the beast for... Yeah, I like this more. I like this more, actually. Even though I thought his previous positioning made sense, this is so much safer because now he plays down a unit. He already copies the Broodmother for more value, but he goes first with a Wind Fury Reborn Macaw on top of the Golden Burrower. Ooh, is that a problem? No, right? No, there's no Titus or anything. Okay. This is so satisfying, chat. Oh, and he kills all our guys. That is so good. Look at all this, chat. Every time one of these hatchlings goes in, it's plus 2/2 on the Burrower. This is like an unbelievable amount of value he's getting. Oh, they all die. They all die. They all die. And there's one more. It's so good that there's a token left here. Because all the 1/1s died, but the 3/3s are also dying, or at least a lot of them, right? My god. How much milk does he get in one? This is beautiful. That's beautiful. All right. So there was something on that board, right? Oh, right. The chicken. Wait. Chicken? How does this work? It procs all death rattles, right? The time warp one. It's not just the 2 left ones. Because they nerfed Hawk a long time ago to only be the 2 left ones, but I think Time Warp Hawk triggers everything. It's not that relevant, but it just makes positioning a bit easier. Yeah, this is very interesting to follow how he's going to change stuff. There's a new Xiao there if he wants it. I guess he does want it. He wants a Scarab and a Nuzao, I guess. That's a well-burrowed burrower. It's doing stuff, yeah. So now, what has changed? Yeah, I was gonna say, what has changed that he now favors the other positioning? Oh, he can get very, very strong by using Chameleon on the burrower, and then the... Oh my god, is he gonna do that? Is that not overkill? No, he is going all in, right? Well, all in, right? It's not all in, but he's going very strong. What happens now is the Chameleon copies the burrower, and then the chicken triggers the two burrowers. But this is exactly essentially the type of situation where that broodmother is so incredibly important. Because you are very, 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 very strong here. Your beasts have 2,000 on turn 12? 2,000! Oh my god, how big is this burrower? I hope he hovers it, I want to see. I guess we can do the math, right? Someone can do the math, chat. If he's getting 2,000 after all these buffs, like how big was that burrower? Oh, we go again. Man. The Kurtras had a really, really big high roll, but XQN on the test just doing more. That was good Spidey sense. Well, not Spidey sense, right? He fought the Kurtras before. He knew that he had a good start, but still, to remember that and say, for this guy, I'm actually gonna go for the big guns. I am gonna go for the double burrower pump. All right, he has his Wind Fury Nuzao as well. It's gotta be nasty. Don't really need Golden Touch. What does he need? New hero power? Yeah. Well, I mean, he's just checking. Is there anything I need to steal anymore? Brucon's pretty good, I guess. You could also take the Nobundo one to reroll again. Yeah, he is going to do that. He's not going to reroll this turn, though. Doesn't have money for that. Hold Nuzao in the hand, because otherwise we're too strong. Yeah, I like that. Oh, wow, the positioning here. So he is afraid that he will be way too strong, huh? Wait, can this not go wrong? Oh, it's a ghost, okay. He probably saw that the guy gave up. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I guess you're never really that afraid because you have Hawkstrider now. Hawkstrider will always trigger your burrower at least once, so you're fine, right? Yeah, this makes so much sense. Oh my god, milk, 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 milk. Oh my god, it's so much. Every whelp that dies is 8/8 to the burrower. So these 3 whelps alone, that's already 24. Ludicrous. Ludicrous. Titus dies for extra milk. Man, this is beautiful. Another ghost? Yeah, so he gets someone that gives up into a guy that died. And now he's checking like, wait, there's another chameleon. Wait, but he can't test anymore. He could have had double chameleon. Oh. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe I would have held on to Tess a bit longer. But, whatever. It's really just whatever. There are really some insane hero powers he can get. Although, Terran is not that good, right? Because then it stops milking and... like Lich King not that good. So, I don't know. Alright, let's see what he does this turn. If he changes his positioning again. He's copying Titus now, which is kind of the middle of the road. Copying Titus is not full tempo, because I think copy Burrower is better, because 1, it's a beast that's getting buffed, 2, the Hawkstrider is going to trigger it as well. But by copying Titus, he gets twice as many procs from the hatchlings to still get milk. 4.8k Burrower comp. That is so much. Like, if you haven't played a lot of Burrower, chat, let me tell you, that is a lot of Burrower stats. Burrower usually does not get up this big. This was a beautiful, beautiful gamer. He got so much out of that Broodmother tech. It really, really showcases how it's basically part of the comp at this point. Alright, we don't need another Broodmother. We're all inning now. Oh, he waited to milk another new hero power to get a good one. Okay, that's fair. That's smart. Didn't do anything. Unfortunate. So now we copy Burrower. And we just play beasts. And we probably keep the Broodmother just because it's a taunt that makes a taunt. And that's pretty good in this comp. So probably just play the Nuzao. Roll for Golden Nuzao. I guess. I don't think there's that much. Oh, that's a beast taunt. That's more tempo than Broodmother. Yeah. That's also a taunt that makes a taunt, so that's super valuable. And seeing as it's the last fight, we are done milking, so the savior makes more sense. That's a good catch. I might have just on autopilot kept the Broodmother there, but that's a very good catch. Cartridge dies, yeah. Freeze Nuzao, yeah, we cannot sell this taunt. The chat is memeing like copy Nuzao and then everything like copy me, copy that, copy nothing. Yeah. Holy parrot, wait. This is a bird watcher for sure. 1.3k from the chicken proc. Here comes the macaw. Oh, look at that chat. Oh, 4k Nuzao Wind Fury. Yeah, definitely want that Nuzao early to snipe this stuff. Pew pew. That's a bird down. That's 2 more birds down. Yeah, the opponent loses so much value because we have Nuzao. Well, I guess this person also had a really early burrower, and in proper test tradition, we are doing what he's doing, but better. What a beautiful, very satisfying beast game.